we're back here at the GSL Code S with the Casting Archon, my hetero nerd life partner, Ro16.
That's me.
He's right there. Woo! Man, interesting Terran versus Terrans. We're going to go into another Terran versus Terran here, and I think this one might not be as close. I could be wrong. But Bomber against Keen. Don't laugh at me. Bomber against Keen.
I think
Call
this
me
is
crazy.
going to be
I think Bomber's going to win this. It should be. I mean, look, Keen might have the potential. He might be the chosen one. He might be the one in the prophecy. I don't know what prophecy that is, the one I made up. But you never know. Never know what to expect. But the problem is Bomber's just so unstoppable. He doesn't seem to have the same kind of anxiety problems that we saw before.
At times, Bomber looks just so godly in TVT. You know, his best TVTs are, up there with Ryung's best TVTs as far as I'm concerned. They can be amazing. But at times, he falls a little bit short. But the thing is, even his games that fall short of what he's capable of, he plays well enough to beat some of the top Terrans in the world. Whereas Keen, I really feel like Keen should be in the up and down matches now. He seemed like the weakest in his group, but he did make it through somehow. So
look at Bomber looking like a badass in that picture.
Yeah, man. Look at the uncaring look on his face.
Well, all Bomber knows is death because he kills nerds all day. He's like the Grim Reaper nerd.
He's seen some stuff, Tasteless.
Should we call him that, the Grim Reaper nerd?
No.
It's not a bad nickname.
Something better will come up. That's not him.
It's not a bad nickname.
We got to save that for someone that uses Reapers a lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That was close. I almost
You're like
made
pushing the subject.
A
You're
big mistake.
You're like, well, if I'm not going to be friends if we don't call him that. I'm like, no, Tasteless. God.
Well, if you don't do it, Artosis, I'm going to drink all this bleach and kill myself. You're like, why would you do that? Now, as you can see, he's beaten a lot of heavyweight players.
Yeah, of course. He's Bomber, man. I mean, this
Serum,
guy is insanity.
Losing to Younghwa, there's really no shame in losing to Younghwa. Same with Seal, which was a surprising game because we suddenly found out Seal is actually a complete badass. And
those 2 games against Beyond, of course, those were the TVTs where he dropped off a little bit after owning Beyond in the first couple games.
Yeah. And here's Keen. That's also a great picture of him.
Yeah, that's actually a really nice
very
picture.
Bright room.
That is quite bright, man.
And that is a very old radio that is between them.
Yeah, it's funny decorating for that room, actually. I feel like they need an interior designer. That's not what I would put on that bureau. Absolutely not.
I would maybe put like a horse's head or something crazy.
Yeah?
This is the GSL.
That's what you would do.
That's what I do, man.
That's why you don't have an interior design shop.
No, I don't.
Now, notice
But I do have a dead horse.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow, I bet your apartment stinks quite badly right now.
I deodorize it. I Febreze it.
Oh, good. Febreze is pretty magical.
Febreze is actually pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we see that Keen, he lost Coca. It was a pretty bad game. Then he beat Alicia and Coca, and those were actually both kind of
sneaky.
Yeah, they were like sneaky, plus his opponent's messing up a lot.
But the thing is, Keen is, I think, one of these sneakier players, so Bomber's going to have to keep that in mind. Bomber is just all around solid. Bomber eliminating Belshire Beach, I am not shocked whatsoever.
Yeah.
Belshire Beach, not one of our more popular maps. Crossfire eliminated here from Keen, and that actually is pretty understandable as well. Crossfire is a weird map, TBT.
It certainly is. It's going to be a hard map to trick people on as well.
So we ended up with a classic map, Metalopolis. This is a map we've all had a lot of experience on.
Yeah.
Who was it we saw eliminate Metalopolis? You remember that? There was one time we were like, really? You got rid of Metalopolis?
Actually, I think it was a Zerg player. That's why we were so confused.
Yeah, I think that's right.
IIRC. I don't know. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, no one really eliminates. It's a great map. It's where you can really see who's who and what's what, where's where,
and when's when, and why is why, and how's how.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Well,
the song's kind of good. It's playing.
Yeah, is it?
Sounds like Optimus Prime is singing it.
Yeah,
I stopped singing. It went away.
You made that up. It's not true.
I did not make that up. Now, yeah, we're just waiting for our Ukrainian commentators to cue the start of the game so we can start casting these 2 badasses duking it out. It's going to be Bomber up against Keen. Keen is a real underdog, not just against Bomber, but in this whole GSL. So if Keen could take home even a win, it will be pretty good for his career. If he manages to beat Bomber, it'd probably be the biggest upset we've seen today. All right, the game is loading, and it's time for this second Terran versus Terran that we're going to see today here at the GSL Code S. know we need to do our toast is we need to have you and me playing these instruments. We go in there. You got your bass guitar going. Dun, dun, dun,
and I'm going headbanging. My long hair is flashing in front of my eyes.
Right. And in our music video, there's a skeleton with a blonde wig on, right, playing electric guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the third member of our band.
Yep. In the far left corner, one of the best Terrans in the world, undisputed. Whoa. I wasn't ready for that.
It's okay.
Startail Bomber. And now, in the bottom center location, our underdog.
MVP Kid.
Yeah, she's the one that's my favorite. Yeah.
I thought she would be your favorite, actually.
I have good taste, despite my name. Now, Keen could try to be a sneaky snake in this game.
Good. And
do some kind of an all-in. I would not put it past him.
He is getting gas first stasis, so something like Cloaked Banshee is not out of the question here at all.
BoastGamers.com. All right.
Cool.
Whoop. Okay, this is just... We're never going to be able to watch this game. All right, Bomber fight. All right.
Well, okay. Now,
he's like reading us Shakespeare from that. I'm
very
like,
slowly.
To be or not. And then we just have to cut back to the game.
Well, we do have Bomber getting his gas, and then, in fact, throwing up a tank of gas quite quickly. So it looks like both are going for very gas-heavy builds here. Certainly the case. We are going to have that factory going up quicker for Keen, of course, as he did get his gas before his barracks. Bomber. Ooh, he's getting a tech lab with a second gas. So
maybe he's going to go for Reapers?
I think we might possibly see a build that I've been dying to see, and I haven't seen it for a while. You know, one of these Reaper plus tech builds. You know, remember Nada versus Keen. Nada disabled Keen last season in like minutes. He went Reaper into Hellion into Banshee and just peeled him apart, man, like a banana. And Nada was like the sickest monkey, man.
Oh, yeah,
He just totally peeled that banana and just threw it in his mouth and chewed up, and Keen was like, oh, no. And he threw it on the floor, and Keen slipped on his own banana. His own peel. There you go.
And then somebody was like, well, you should throw that away, and he threw it in the recycling. And it was like, oh, damn. You can't put a banana peel in recycling?
No.
What am I going to make a Coke can out of that? No. Pepsi can, excuse me. We have Reaper now coming into the main.
Hellion is on its way out. Don't forget that a Reaper beats that, but not a Marine and a Hellion.
Actually, he's not doing enough damage.
Yeah,
that was like, what, he got one kill?
It didn't do that well, but he did see what's going on. He saw that Blue Flame Hellions are on the way. He saw that there's some Marines out there. And he saw that there's 2 gas. So that's actually a lot of information that he did get out of that Reaper. So in that way, it's really quite nice. And unfortunately, it won't be the build that I wanted to see. Darn.
Rats.
I hate it when this happens.
It's ruining esports.
Here we go. Keen coming up this ramp and does not even fire there. It's a peaceful Hellion going to run away.
I know, pacifist Hellion.
Bomber going to Starport and Factory, both with tech labs. And, I mean, these guys, people are loving this build right now in TBT in Korea, man.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Look at that. Nice little Hellion wall in. Say no to Hellions.
Just say no.
Your school's Hellion officer will be there soon to give you little classes on how to say no to Hellions.
Do you have DARE or whatever?
Yeah,
it's like the most, like, that's like been proven to be like the most ineffective program they've ever put in schools, like ever. Now, we have a medevac coming up here, and this is a pretty standard build coming here from Keen. He's just going to go for a Hellion drop.
Oh my god, no. He's actually doing something crazy.
What is he doing?
Keen is throwing down a second Starport.
Whoa, yeah, I didn't actually see that. Now that you point that out.
Crazy. Yeah. Now, we have seen some builds like this where you have actually 2 Starports and you use Vikings, Banshees, and Ravens to great effect with some Hellions. Yeah. Kind of a Sky Terran type. And he is going over with his dropship as well. Full of Blue Flame Hellions, man. Bomber, on the other hand, he has Cloak. Almost done. This is pretty wild.
I don't know if this is going to be very effective. He's going to have to go around.
Yeah, well spread Marines. Tries to line them up. Wow, that was
I don't know why he didn't go around, actually.
It was not the absolute best split up of Hellions I've ever seen. I put it somewhere below the absolute best.
Now, here's one factor, though. He did get rid of a lot of Marines, so if he does the Sky Turn style.
Oh, and Bomber's Banshee is going to go ahead and see that there is 2 starports now. One with the reactor, one with the tech lab. So he's going to know exactly what's going on. This is a build that has seen some use in Korea on the Korean server. So Bomber is going to know what to do against this, most likely.
Bomber actually does not care that his Banshee is being attacked here. Second drop. He needs to get some SCVs badly. Oh my God, look at that. He tried making the stream, but block that off. And actually, getting a good amount of SCVs.
Of course, they always do. It is, well, actually, now this Banshee doing a ton of damage over here. But he's got to be careful, man, because suddenly Keen is getting a very fearsome army.
He actually got a lot of SCVs.
Yeah. Look at that. 15 SCVs to 24 at the moment. Bomber in the lead there, of course. And it's time for him to start pushing once again.
Is this going to be effective? This is actually a pretty scary little army headed right towards Bomber.
Bomber, on the other hand, is counterattacking with the Siege Shanks and
this actually might cost Bomber the game.
Yeah, it very well may. This is a sneaky little build going on.
Being a sneaky snake.
Killing off a lot of SCVs at the moment. And look at this, man. A ton of SCVs for Bomber going down. Bomber is going for the counterattack, though. And I don't think the counterattack's going to work.
No, it can't work because there's not enough Marines.
Banshee's about to pop out. Yeah, there you go. He has a Banshee. What are those Marines going to do now? Taste
Bomber's
nothing.
Lose
That's exactly what. Yeah, he really is. Keen continues to upset. And look at this. Landing those Vikings even.
This is really good by Keen. I got to say, I'm really impressed.
Yeah. Bomber's in a lot of trouble.
Bomber's going to have to tap out like a second. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, no. As another Banshee pops out, he can actually just go and attack his opponent's base.
We don't even see a turret right now in Bomber's main.
Man. GG.
What? Is this my reality?
Yeah, it really is. Keen with a very sneaky and cool build.
It's a good build.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going like a 1 starport Banshee and someone's going 2 starport Banshee Raven Viking, guess what wins that?
I think the second one.
Yeah, the second one.
Must
be.
The
latter, Tasis, not the former.
I think Bomber right now is not going to be happy.
No.
He's thinking.
He looked at this round of 16, he said, wow, I am lucky. I get to play against Keen, who is likely one of the weaker players.
Keen knows he's 1 game away from moving on to the round of 8. And once you get to the round of 8, there's really not a lot you could say. I mean, look, Keen's a sneaky guy. He's a sneaky snake.
He's snaking his way up there, man.
Slithers like sideways like this.
I really like the choice in builds. You know, in those positions, and especially Bomber. Bomber is actually a Cloaked Banshee guy.
Yeah.
He opens Cloaked Banshee in, like, I want to say 85% of his TVTs. I'm going to
85.
I'm going to go ahead and say 85.
I'm going to go ahead and say 86.3 repeating, but yeah, 85 is probably a good number.
Well, based upon the amount of games that he played thus far in TVT, there's no way to come to that number, Tasis. 85% does work, though.
Sorry,
so we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and use 85%. But yeah, he's a Cloaked Banshee type of guy, and if you're a Cloaked Banshee type of guy, that build is actually going to eat you. And Keen, he's prepared very well for this. I'm impressed. Congratulations to him.
Look, he could even do an all-in this next game.
Yeah, he might.
Like a cheese or something?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, it's going to be Daybreak next. That's kind of a long map to do a cheese on.
Yeah, it is Daybreak. But you never know. Never know. We'll see.
I don't know. I would like to see another technical build by Keen. I think you don't want to go late game against Bomber.
I think the problem with doing anything standard against Bomber is even the way he controls his little units and stuff like that is just too good.
Yeah, his little units, his big units, and units he has.
The medium units. All right, well, Bomber, he doesn't really show his emotion that much, but I can guarantee you he's not happy with that.
No. In fact, if he loses today, it might break his heart.
Oh, I see. Daybreak. It might daybreak his heart. Yep. That's about all we can do with that map ID. All right. The countdown started. Are we going to see the biggest upset today? Probably one of the biggest upsets we could ever see in GSL history. Bomber losing to Keen. We're going to find out as the game is loading. So get ready for another sick Terran versus Terran here at the GSL Code S.